What's going on, everybody? Car Guy V8 here with another video. And after a long day of wrenching, I feel it's finally time to show y'all my project truck. Y'all have seen it on the channel, but it's finally to the point that I feel like I can show it and be proud of what I've accomplished. It's been ongoing now for about 5.5 months. And that's from me tearing it all down, sending an engine off to the machine shop, and getting the engine back, and then building the top end myself, and doing pretty much everything you see in this video over the past 5.5 months. I've been doing it kind of a little slower than I would like, but it's so expensive to just take on a project all at once and, just knock it out. But this is my 1979 GMC Sierra step side, and those are actually the wheels from my old black OBS Chevy, if y'all remember that truck. But I'm quickly going to walk y'all around it and show y'all what I've done so far. And I love it. So first, we're going to do a quick walk around of this truck. I know y'all have probably seen it in the past, but this is the first video solely devoted to it I've had in a little while. Yeah, that hood, there's something up with it. I don't know what it is. It's probably something to do with that damage there. But just a little step side. Wasn't actually originally a step side. It was originally a fleet side. And the previous owner, a buddy of mine, put the step side on it several years back. And he put that sweet cowl hood, which is actually a true cowl hood. But let's start with the interior. I put new gauges in it. Got some of them going through harnesses and stuff, but every time I get something done, I'm like, wait, I should probably wire this as well. And so it's kind of a mess down there right now, but like I said, it's still a work in progress. This steering wheel I put on in an episode, if y'all remember it. That tack, I couldn't think of a good place to put it, because if you put it right here, towards the right, you can't really do that because of the shift lever, and also this rotates with the shift lever, so really all you're stuck with is right here, and that would be in front of the speedometer. And I didn't want it hanging up here, so I figured that might be the best place for it. It is kind of at an angle, but whenever you're in the driver's seat, you can see it just fine. And I still need to bolt in the seats. These are OBS seats, and they were in it when I bought it, and they don't have their bracketry on the bottom. There's one of my... That's something I've still got to tie in. That's just the lights to the gauges there. Oh, stickers too. I don't usually use stickers, but I figure if I'm going to pay for all this stuff, I might as well. AFR heads, comp chems, Headman headers, ARP bolts, tons and tons of Summit parts. All right, but let's see up under the hood. If I can, let me try to do this one-handed. I'm not going to be able to. This is going to be rough. There we go, my aluminum-headed small block. And yes, I know wires are kind of everywhere. All new wires, for the most part. I've just still got to figure out how I'm going to route them. I probably need to cut those 2 harnesses I did. I had some extra wires I had to put in afterwards, so that's why it kind of looks like a mess. But right now, I've only got an Edelbrock 600 on it. Edelbrock EPS Performer EPS intake, excuse me. I had to run a aftermarket radiator hose, because this is a bigger radiator. It's a huge radiator, actually. And the old hose was maimed, and me and the parts store guys, we couldn't come up with a number for it, so I just had to go with a flexible hose there. Right now, I just got the alternator, the water pump, and still need a coolant reservoir, but I've got a nice little distributor back there with a melanized gear, since this is an extreme retrofit roller cam. Even though it's in a Vortec 350, I already had the cam, so it's retrofit, and I ran a cam button on it with an aftermarket timing cover down there. Oh, and that right there, they had accessories. This is like a 3rd gen Camaro or something, late 3rd gen crank pulley. And this is the only aftermarket one I could find, because the one he had on it was torn to death. But he already had this set up, half serpentine, half V-belt. So I figured I'd stay with that, because I've already got so much money into it. My roadkill zip tie plug wire separators. That's the only way I could keep this plug from touching the header there. Oops. All right, but I know y'all don't want me to talk about it forever, so let's start this thing up. XR282 cam. You're going to have to hear this thing to believe it. Good night. All right, so I'm not going to interrupt the next part. I'm just going to go ahead and say thank y'all for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.